Hello scientific audience, how are you? So today we are going to discuss about problem number 1.5 of electric field and charge chapter grade 12 physics Ncert textbook. So here we are being asked to justify the law of conservation of charge with an example of a silk cloth and a glass rod. So guys, let me tell you that suppose if we have a glass rod. Suppose this is our glass rod and we have a silk cloth. So this is our silk cloth. Now if you rub them together, then what is going to happen is there are atoms inside the glass rod, and it is believed that the electrons which are there in the outermost shell of the glass rod atoms, they shed out very easily. And while the rubbing process is going on, so these electrons, they get transferred into the silk. So glass rod on rubbing with silk cloth loses electrons faster than the silk. Now how do we know this? For that we have to understand what is triboelectric series. Now in triboelectric series you are given many things over here, like rabbit fur, glass, silk, and many other things are given. But what does this triboelectric series say? This triboelectric series says that the material which are on the top, so here the glass rod is comparatively up than the silk. Then the material which are comparatively on the top, they have tendency to become positive, and the material which is at the bottom, they have tendency to become negative. Which means the glass rod has tendency to lose electrons and become positive, and silk cloth has ability to accept the electrons. So if you are given any two objects, you just need to refer to triboelectric series, and the one which is at the top loses electrons faster than the another one. So as per triboelectric series, the glass rod loses electrons faster compared to the silk cloth. Now here we assume that suppose 1000 electrons, just an assumption, 1000 electrons are being shed off by the glass rod, and same 1000 electrons, they enter into the silk cloth. So after losing electron, the glass rod becomes positive, and after gaining electrons, the silk cloth becomes negative. Right. Now what is the charge that is appearing on the glass rod and silk cloth after being rubbed with each other? So before, the charge on each of them were 0, 0, both were neutral, equal number of positive and negative charges in both. But now we know that charge of a single electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So since silk cloth is gaining 1000 electrons, so its charge will be minus 1000 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Actually it is 1000 into minus 1.6, but anyhow I have written the total charge over here. And the silk cloth will gain positive charge, sorry, glass rod will gain positive charge, and that will be 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 electron multiplied by 1000. So if we add up the total charge after the rubbing process, again the total charge will be 0. So before rubbing process, individually they had 0 charges. Now after rubbing, they have positive and negative charges appearing in them, but if you add it up, the total charge again becomes 0. This means that in the isolated system, here this system is isolated, no charges are being added up and no charges are leaving the system. Here the system is glass rod and the silk. So if you want to put it in words, here it is. And this is perfectly consistent with the law of conservation of charge. Thank you for watching the video, guys.